Hey.
That's a good one. Good evening, everyone. My name is Brianna Cassidy, and I am the Vice President of the Class of 2025. Welcome to our graduation ceremony, our last event as students at Drake High School. It is my honor to present to you, my classmates, the Drake High School Class of 2025. At this time, please join me as we recognize and thank our Drake teachers and administrators whose guidance and knowledge brought us to this day. On behalf of my classmates, thank you, Drake teachers. At this time, please join our class treasurer, Chloe Botsis, in the Pledge of Allegiance, and Secretary Ella Hutchings as she leads us in a moment of silence.
Thank you so much, Brianna. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence in memory of those who are no longer with us.
One, two.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing. Graduates, guests may be seated. Graduates, please remain standing. I'd like to welcome graduates, parents, members of the Drake School Committee. We have finally arrived at Commencement 2025. Following our national anthem, it is fitting that we recognize the members of the class of 2025 who will serve our country in the nation's armed forces. Would Dimitri Torres please be recognized? Dimitri. Please be seated. Congratulations, class of 2025. Here it is, 13 years in the making, and it will conclude in a little more than 13 minutes. Now, before you receive your diplomas, I have one final assignment. You know how we start each day with a reflection about a moment about how your day might be organized. You're asked to reflect upon your day, whatever you may choose, or maybe nothing at all. But tonight, I'm going to ask you to reflect upon not your day, but your last 4 years. I want you to use your imagination. I want you to do a little time traveling. And I want you to look inside the walls of Drake High School, the building right over there where you've spent the last 4 years, growing from a child to the adult you are today. I want you to use your imagination. I want you to look down those halls. I want you to look into the cafeteria. I want you to look into the theater, the gymnasium, the learning commons, the fields. What do you see? Actually, each of you is seeing very different things. Some things are exciting, some are challenging, some triumphant, and others sad, maybe even disappointing. Each of you is seeing a different reflection, even though you all attended the same school for the same time, more or less. Yet there's one thing that you all have in common. Whether you are the valedictorian, the class president, a star athlete, a member of an honor society, an actor, a musician, an emerging scientist, you are looking at the passage of time within the halls and within the walls of Drake High School. And as you sit here tonight, about to receive your diploma, you're probably wondering, what happened? How did my high school years pass so quickly? Can it be true that it is actually over? And that, graduates, may be the most important lesson each of you can take from high school. Time is fleeting, time is limited, time never repeats. The moment that you arrive here and pick up your diploma, to cheers from family, I hope that you will enjoy it, because it will be a moment that is here, and will be a moment that is gone, and it will be a moment never to return. And so, graduates, you've learned how quickly time passes. But here's the interesting thing about time. It's a great equalizer. Every one of you, as you sit here, those descriptors I just mentioned and so many others, all of you have the same amount of time. You're going to come up, right up that ramp, cross this boat, receive your diploma. In that moment you walk down those steps, each of your times will diverge. That finite equal amount of time will diverge onto 195 different paths. No two will be equal. So my question to you is, what will your time be? And so as you reflect one last time today, I hope that you appreciate the time you spent here, the people who entered your lives, the friendships forged, the lessons learned, the memories made. Your time at Drake High is over, never to return. But time will bring you to new places, new people, new experiences, new challenges, and most importantly of all, new possibilities. And I'm sure that the time you spent with us, through all the ups and downs of this thing called high school, has prepared you well for all the times that lie ahead. Congratulations, class of 25. It's my honor to introduce the class president, Peter Kostarakis.
DHS class of 2025, family, friends, teachers, administrators, mom and dad, good evening. Before I would begin, I would like to talk to those in attendance for tonight. I've had the privilege to be this class's president for 4 years now. Since freshman year, I have seen this class grow alongside me and their accomplishments that they have made. I would like to take a moment to brag about this amazing class and share just a few of the countless achievements and accomplishments that came from the class of 2025. We have students who next year will attend Ivy League schools such as Cornell, Brown, and even Harvard. Let me give them a round of applause. We have students who have broken sports records throughout their time here. Some of these include the girls' discus record for outdoor track and field, the girls' 100-meter record for outdoor track and field, the most hockey points in DHS history, the most hockey assists in DHS history, 2 players with over 100 points on the DHS hockey team. Why don't we give those a round of applause? We have multiple theater art performers who were nominated for awards, girls who have been awarded such awards from the MIAA for Outstanding Female Athletes, and we have students who have achieved academic success such as the AP Scholarship with Distinction Award. Now, with current times, we also have seniors who will be playing on the field on the lacrosse team, who are currently on a generational run, going into their 3rd game of the playoffs this Sunday, home game. Why don't we give them a round of applause? Now, why do I mention all of these accomplishments? Our class has used their talents to accomplish these goals, and remember, I only mentioned a few because I'm only given so much time here on stage tonight. Their work and dedication has not gone unnoticed and will not be forgotten. People often offer their form of congratulations to us seniors in a form of a gift. But tonight, as we receive these gifts, let us ask ourselves, what gifts can we offer back? As we move on from Drake High School, we leave these achievements behind us. But we bring with us those talents, gifts, that we have developed and found here at Drake High School. We must now apply these gifts that all possess in our next stage of life, no matter how different they may be from the person sitting next to you. These gifts are personal to you, but we must not forget the core gifts that each one of us possess. We have eyes to focus and to see the beauty in everything. Let us not be blinded by our own personal pursuits. We have a mouth to say what is in our hearts and to speak our opinion. Let us be respectful and speak out of love. We have hands to lend to others. Let us pick each other up when we fall. And we have feet to travel. Let us not forget where we come from and how we got there. All these gifts are made to do good, but unfortunately, we use them time and time again to fulfill that of which it's not its purpose, with that which is prideful and selfish. We each have our own gifts to use, but it is up to us alone how we will choose to use them. Before I end, I wanted to leave you all with this question. How do we want to use our gifts to better society? That is up to us. May God bless, guide, and keep each and every one of you safe. Congratulations, class of 2025. At this time, it is my honor to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Stephen Stone.
Good evening. And good evening to the families, faculty, guests, and most especially the class of 2025. As I always do, I'd like to start by recognizing the district's 583 employees. The education of our community's children is complex, and it takes all of our employees, regardless of their duties, to make that happen. Thank you all. And as I also annually do, I'd like to recognize some employees who are with us this evening who will be retiring at the end of the school year. This evening we have two. Mr. Mark Reardon, who will be retiring from the Brookside after 11 years of service. Mark, you stand up. and making retirement planning easier, his wife as well, Maureen Reardon, who is retiring. Maureen is retiring after 33 years of service to the Dracut Public Schools. I thank you both. And I want to recognize a longtime Dracut High faculty member and administrator who will be leaving Dracut High soon. Vice Principal Mary Carney will be leaving Dracut High School soon after 20 years of service as a teacher and an administrator to become the principal of the Greenmont Avenue Elementary School. Wish her well. It's an honor to stand before you today, not just as your superintendent, but as someone who began a parallel journey with you. The class of 2025 is particularly special to me because you entered kindergarten the same year I returned to Dracut to begin my service as the superintendent of schools. I remember visiting your classrooms that fall, seeing little tiny chairs that I still can't sit in, tiny shoes and wide eyes filled with curiosity, anxiety, and happiness. And now here we are, 13 years later. Over those years, I've watched you grow, not just in height or grade level, but in resilience, creativity, and decision-making ability. You've learned to improvise, to adapt, and to overcome. You show kindness to each other, and you have shown it to the community at large. You should be incredibly proud of yourselves. The connection I have to this class is in large part of the reason why that a small bird brought so much frustration to me this past week. Most of you don't know it, but earlier this week a small bird, a killdeer, landed on the 30-yard line of the stadium. It brought with it an egg. The difficulty is that the bird is a protected species, and moving it in any manner is restricted by law. What ensued over the next 48 hours was, let's just say, tense. The priorities this week were making sure that our fourth-seeded boys lacrosse team could host their second-round tournament game. And as you've heard, they are now advanced to the state quarterfinals and will play Sunday night against Scituate. We wish them well and hope everyone joins us. I also wanted to make sure that we could do everything possible to have graduation outside. And if the bird decided not to leave, we had kind of a problem. As the chief executive of a school system, I have a lot of authority. The limit of that authority ends, however, when it comes to Mother Nature, unfortunately, tonight, and at the doorstep of a protected small bird that weighs only a few ounces and is only about 8 inches tall. Having an unlicensed person move the bird and the egg is an arrestable offense. What to do? I don't like to lose, so the idea of being outwitted and outmaneuvered by a little bird was problematic to me. While I celebrate conservation in the best traditions of President Teddy Roosevelt, I have to admit that some of the suggestions I received took me a few minutes to dismiss out of hand. Those suggestions ranged from scooping up the bird and egg and relocating them behind the brookside, to leaving the stadium unlocked, shutting off video cameras, and recruiting members of the boys lacrosse team to resolve the issue under cover of darkness. In the end, and hundreds of dollars later, I'd like to think that I have modeled the application of improvisation, adaptability, and the ability to overcome I referenced earlier. We arranged for a U.S. Department of Agriculture employee to take the egg to a facility in central Massachusetts to be incubated and cared for once hatched. For those who might be traumatized by the separation of the egg from its parent, I can assure you that the bird flew away unmolested an hour or so before the USDA arrived. Graduates, as you prepare for what comes next, college, careers, military service, and beyond, my advice is simple. Develop your resiliency and perseverance skills by combining the application of the phrase improvise, adapt, and overcome with the ability to do so through a prism of always seeking to make decisions that have at their core kindness, compassion, and morality. Do so with big life decisions, everyday interactions, and things as small as a bird. To the families, teachers, staff, and administrators who guided these students, thank you again. To the class of 2025, congratulations. Remember, once a Mitty, always a Mitty. Thank you.
At this time, I am pleased to welcome to the podium our class salutatorium, Shalom Kira.
Good evening, parents, teachers, families, friends, and most importantly, my fellow seniors, the class of 2025. It's an incredible honor to stand before you tonight as your class salutatorian. At the beginning of the school year, we stood together as a class during the senior sunrise. And I remember it clearly. September 3rd, 5:30 in the morning, the sky still dim, and chills running down our spines. At that time, it wasn't just the morning air that made us shiver. It was the feeling that everything we've built over the past 4 years was slowly coming to an end. But every time I start to feel that same sense of finality, I remember what happened later that day. That same day, I remember, after we all headed home from the senior sunrise, my friend Connor and I decided to drive down to the basketball court for a quick game before breakfast. On the drive down to the courts, Connor looked over at me as our car came to a halt at the four-way intersection next to Duncan's on Mammoth Road. And I remember the words that came out of his mouth till today. He said, "Do you ever wonder what's going to happen when high school ends? I'll barely ever see you if we don't end up going to the same college. We'll barely have any time left together as friends, as brothers." And at that moment, only one thing came to my mind as a response. I was going to make it the best time we had left in the entire school year. And so off we went, playing basketball as often as we could on the weekends, going to the gym all winter so we could get abs before the summer, and doing all the stupid things we could think of. And before Connor starts yelling at me, I'll admit, I didn't ever beat him in basketball. But now reality has hit me, him, and the rest of us all seniors. No, we didn't end up going to the same college, and many of us aren't even going to the same state. Some of us will pursue careers in trade school, some will join the military, and others will start college, all following different paths. And that's okay. Because even if we won't see each other in the classroom or at lunch anymore, what we will carry with us are the memories we made along the way. The group photos, the saved snaps, and all the Instagram posts saved on our phones are what will keep us connected. Of course, none of this would have been possible without the support of our families, our teachers, and our amazing school staff. To our parents, thank you for putting up with our moods, our messes, and our last-minute needs that make us all panic. To our teachers, thank you for your patience, your guidance, and pretending not to hear half of what we whispered in class. Many of you felt like teachers less and friends more. Class of 2025, I know this ending feels bittersweet, but endings are just new beginnings in disguise. And while we may be stepping into the unknown, I'm confident that with the knowledge we have been given these past 4 years, we can all mark our own paths to success out in the real world. Thank you all for coming here tonight, and may God bless you all.
At this time, it is my honor to introduce the class valedictorian, Nicole Rosado.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to need 1 second. My speech was supposed to be here, and it is not at the moment. So I'm very sorry for this. However, I'm very happy to see everyone today. I'm proud of all of you. Okay. Okay, all right. I have it too, but... Thank you. Okay. All right. Hello, class of 2025. How is everyone feeling tonight as we sit together one last time saying our final goodbye to Drake High School? It's funny because I never believed that I would be here today standing in front of you all as the class of 2025 valedictorian. Who would have imagined that this day would finally come? That today we'd all be here with our caps and gowns, saying goodbye to this high school that we've known for the past 4 years. I don't know what your experience was as you walked through the halls of Drake High School, but nonetheless, this school has been there for us throughout this journey into adulthood. Within these walls, we grew, we matured, we changed, and flourished from young freshman boys and girls into capable young adults ready to take on the world. This school was never just a place to learn from a textbook. It molded each one of us, shaping us and preparing us for our future. On this night, we come together to say goodbye to this place, this building that we've come to know like the palm of our hands. Yet, it's not the building itself that made our time here special. It's the people. It's always been the people. It's teachers who never gave up on us, teachers like Ms. Agbatani and Ms. Dukas, who motivate and inspire their students each and every day. It's the friends we met who will forever be by our sides. It's Mrs. O'Leary, who through her cheerfulness and her personality always brighten our days. It's the lunch ladies, it's the janitors, the guidance counselors, the office ladies. It's Mr. Mercier with his wellness walks, Mr. Ard with his humor, Mrs. O'Neill and Miss Allard with their smiling faces, Mrs. Lord with her caring personality, and Dr. Cummings with her passion for math. A place isn't memorable because of the brick walls that hold it together. It's made special because of the people within it, who each in their own way make an impact in our days and brighten them a little bit more. The world that awaits us outside of the doors of Drake High School is huge. As we take our first steps into this world, we should take advantage of every opportunity it has to offer. We should explore the world, meet new people, live new experiences, and most importantly, follow our dreams and go after our happiness. There is nothing better than waking up each morning and being grateful to have the opportunity of seeing a new sunrise, to live a life that fulfills our hearts and souls. There are so many people in this world who try to live a life that is simply not their own, and for what? We are the writers of our future, the creators of our destiny. We should never forget to put ourselves, our dreams, and our desires in the first place and go after each and every one of them. Although the world may throw challenges our way, we should never forget that when we set our mind to something, we can do anything. We are living proof, sitting here tonight, that anything is possible, and I am so proud of all of you for making it this far. Our future has yet to be written. Now is the moment to grab our pens, flip to the next page, and start writing our story. Thank you.
I will now call upon the Drake School Committee to award diplomas to the class of 2025. Marshals, please assist.
Nicole Marie Rosado. Shawam Kara. Peter Demetrios Kostarakis. Brianna Ann Cassidy. Ella Cynthia Hutchings. Chloe Ann Botsis. Jennifer Sharif Abdu. Christina Evelyn Adamas. Dina Ghassan Al-Assad. Adrel Gianji Alexis St. Amand. Jason Clarence Allard. Leilani Tiandra Almonte. Julissa Andre. Connor Joseph Anello. Owens Johnson Arister. Alamalu Michelle Bellachristian. Brooke Patricia Barry. Brian Paul Beauchene. Carter Timothy Beauchene. Francesca Belmont. Edward Bernier. Marissa Ann Berry. Dylan Gustav Bjorkman. Owen Robert Batari. Serene Bomedian. Preston Eric Braga. Chase Daniel Buckley. Samuel Joseph Buat. Logan Riley Burgoyne. Emerson Rose Burns. Panchenya Buzbarrett. Amal Bushnak. Jewels Xavier Cabrera Gonzalez. Nicholas Ryan Cafetero. Maeve Donna Cameron. Cameron Raymond Charette. Vincent Chen. Lauren Adele Chenevier. Devon Gary Chim. Zoe Pearl Clark. Lily Grace Cockerline. Connor Patrick Cole. Landon Stone Copley. Leah May Cronier. Leah Carolina Cruz. Madison Lee Kuna. Gerald Donald DeVolio III. Sean Joseph Degnan. Israel Benjamin DeJesus. Jacob Rayoff Deuce. Mackenzie Darlene Doyle. Madison Lillian Doyle. Evan Joseph Dunker. Drew Ronald Duross. Hannah Elizabeth Enright. Eric James Eschbach. Ava Patricia Farrell. Mary Francesca Facioni. Jack Albert Feeney. Isabella Victoria Ferraro. Ariana Marie Ferry. Michael Anthony Forsyth. Giovanna Franco Bauer. Hamza Ahmed Gargaja. Maria Rafiq Gali. Abigail Wanjiro Gitau. Julia Alexandra Jafrida. Christian Miguel Gomez. Emily Odalise Gomez. Christian Daniel Gonzalez. Jeremy John Gonzalez. Kiara Ashlyn Gonzalez. Alana Sky Goodwin. Emily Elizabeth Goodwin. Sarah Michelle Goodwin. Julia Marie Graham. Lindsay Ann Greer. Julia Marie Gullidge. Jaden William Guzman. Ami Jahari Hall. Connor Joseph Hamlin. Chase Daniel Harding. Zoe Jane Hott. Irina Rosemary Heisey. Thomas Philip Jackson Jr. Caitlin Alexandra Jones. Nicholas Michael Joyce. David Mukendi Kabongo. Shafiq Nkoba Kuwuba. Andrew Thomas Keegan. Mina Sarwat Kairala. Kaliana Keel. John Thomas Killick. Janet Ko Kamani. Shayla Evangelina Kinneping. Matthew Dean Clem. Madison Lynn Ann Kufos. McKenna Bella Correa. Joshua Ralph Kusa. Brian Andrew Lawler. Sophia Marie LaBelle. Matthew Thomas Lesniak. Jason Y. Lynn. Fabian Lopez. Kira Olivia Lowney. Gaurav Kumar Lum. Mackenzie Maria Lucier. Sienna Marlene Magdalena. Madison Marie Meyer. Alyssa Cecile Maley. Nicole Maria Martinez. Diego Ariel Martinez Perez. Isabella Jordan McCarthy. Reese Christina McGaffigan. Matthew James McNamara. Hannah Gabriele Minato Hannes. River Morgan Monson. Ethan Patrick Montgomery. Logan Xavier Morissette. Wilmer Alexander Mujo Rodriguez. Jaden Brian Murphy. Dakota Storm Murray. Nahia Namiro Musitwa. Victor Indelivu Indivo. Benjamin Gige Gugi. Kyla Butu Jenga. Nixon Deja Nook. Ashley Elizabeth Nutter. Liliana Marie O'Donnell. Kaylin Vanita Ohm. Byron Dominic Apoku. Meadow Marie Pacheco. Sean Edward Panfill. Andrew Sun Howe. Herb Dipakbhai Patel. Tirth Vishal Patel. Jonathan Peralta. Zachary Anthony Perry. Han Gia Pham. Logan Avery Pusangtong. Joshua Carlos Pimentel. Ashlyn Priscilla Pinard. Elizabeth Hong Ho. Evelyn Marie Power. Kaylin Rose Powers. Jessica Rose Powers. Zachary William Prue. Sarah Restrepo. Anna Esther Reyes. Jonathan Reyes. Anthony Trent Ribeiro. Barbara Emmanuel Ribeiro Santos. Aubrey Ann Rizzuti. Aiden James Robertson. Ianali Calise Rodriguez. Haley Ann Rogers. Ariana Bellalyn Roy. Jano Adele Sadiq. Aiden Anthony Santos. Jismani Melvin Santos. Annika Diani Sar. Erin Phyllis Saunders. Kellen Thomas Scott. Nalani Olivia Sayak. Fatima Amir Shati. Olivia Grace Silva. Ava Lillian Sorois. Mia Isabel Sorois. Zachary Alexander Soledad. Jocelyn Rashana Suwang. Cameron Jean Stamp. Aiden Lee Stephen. Derek Thomas Swarcheski. Brody James Tabor. Tyler Nanbunath Tang. Denzel Ziwe Tema. Catherine Grace Thompson. Jeremy Tong. Dimitri Xavier Torres. Gavin Picarillo Tripp. Alyssa Catherine Turgeon. Ava Rose Eustitis. Sabrina Lynn Vitale. Cyndia Jahina Bulsi. Bradford Robert Volpe. Lacey Wanjiro Wainena. Shania Shanitha Warner. Justin Michael White. Madison Lee Williams. Thomas John Whitgos. Brendan Rexa Yang.
As my last official act, you may now move your tassels from right to left to signify your status as high school graduates. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Class marshals, if at all possible, please start the recessional. Out the back door. Last rows, please follow the marshals.